Previously on Quest Friends.
You hear the bright voice of Marisol coming from a doll on the top shelf that bears a perfect resemblance.
And the world's ending! We're stuck right in here in hell. The world's over. Oh,
Awful. Oh, Jesus, no.
Consider that a pick-me-up. Thank you there, Primo.
You realize that his skull has been entangled with your neck.
Oh, we're in the Afterworlds, aren't we? This isn't even life. This is the after. That's why I'm an angel.
So, the yelling of the third moss ball stuck behind golden glass in the stomach of the statue. Stolas! Time for dessert. Kike, a couple of things have happened since we last saw you. Sochi took the script and quickly just fucked off, leaving all of you trapped in this haunted house. I will say if you want to talk to Fistivos, he'll talk to you, but he has been replaced by me because I need to speak in my voice and not the cutesy voice that I did in the past 3 sessions for reasons that will become obvious in a couple of minutes.
So, Sochi is gone. Is the house open, or is Kike still kind of just inside it?
So, you want to check the front door?
Yeah, or I think, maybe before that, if he can find more of his kids trapped in dolls or other things, and he can,
Gotta find more of them kids.
put them in different
Trapped in dolls.
compartments in his,
Normal sentence.
Gotta catch 'em all, Kike's kids! So we're still following Dread rules, where
Oh, yeah.
essentially every time you roll, the number goes up. Or I'm actually going to modify this, and again, it'll make sense later. Every time there is a roll, your number goes up.
Oh, no! Mine specifically! Oh, no.
So you're at 1 out of 20, so basically if you roll a 1, something bad happens. And I'm going to let you roll, and whatever number you get is going to be how many kids you collect.
Oh! Ooh! Alright, come on. Go big! No, wait, this wasn't about to fall. That doesn't count. Hang on. 16!
So,
16 children.
so now you have, let's see, 16 children, plus Marisol,
Yeah.
plus Unuin, plus Ariel. So
Yeah.
that is 19 children.
19 kids and counting!
It is fine. Kike will try to get them back to their real
Cheaper by the dozen. Whoops.
form so they can be happy and free at a later point. But he has them with him.
So we know one of the children was trapped in a doll. I want to do a paint the scene. I want everyone to go around and
Oh,
describe
boy.
another form the children were trapped in.
Mm-mm.
I'll start. One of them was a shadow in the ballroom.
Oh.
And as you walk into it, Lionel's gonna be like, "Aha, what a dance! Kike, let's start dancing!"
Oh my
and
God.
unwillingly takes the body towards the middle of the floor, and he does terribly. You fall over, body parts spill everywhere, not the skull, unfortunately, and you bump into one of the shadows, which just swoops into Lionel's head and is now floating around his little empty eye sockets.
I guess you did something useful for once, but if you can please just refrain from acknowledging your existence next to mine and just make me pretend that you're not right next to me, I would appreciate it.
Kike, you are such a gas. And he says that taking the right hand, because he's on the right side of the head, and just booping your little nose hole with your own right hand.
What a romantic thing to do.
This is a true nightmare. This is the true horror of this haunted house.
Ariel, who's been trying not to pay attention, Ariel and Unuin both laugh at that.
I think without thinking, Kike might be like, "Hey, that's not funny. That's actually, was that you? Was that both of you?"
As soon as they're dressed, Ariel puts their head up turns it to the side, and in an act of defiance tries to put on the fake smile again before leaving the room.
I noticed that. Nothing can escape me.
As you say, nothing can escape you, you notice that Yunuin has gone missing.
No!
All right, where do you find Yunuin, and how do you recover a child from there?
I think it would be fun if there was a child in a mirror.
Yes.
And Unuin reached through the mirror and pulled the child out.
I like that.
Yeah, Kike, you burst through the door to one of the bathrooms, and there's just this creepy, like, free me, dripping ghostly hand reaching out to Yunuin, and Yunuin just grabs it in a hug and pulls her out.
Yeah, like any reasonable person.
And the voice goes, you freed me.
Oh, Mayel! Mayelito!
Bonito.
All right, where are we going next on this journey?
One of the rooms should have like paintings, and one tiny picture should be one of the kids.
I love that.
And so Kike can put it on his pocket watch. That I think he still has the pocket watch, right?
Yeah, it's not your signature item, but you still have it.
Yeah, and he can put it on his pocket watch.
It's one of those creepy Victorian, dead child portraits.
Yeah.
And it turns monstrous as you approach it. But when you pick it up, it just turns into a cute little crayon drawing that like a kid made of themselves.
Oh,
That's really cute.
Yareli! Oh, Yari! This is your painting! You made this! I remember you were 4 when you made this. You're here! Come here! And he'll put it on the watch.
Yunuin, at hearing painting, lifts up a little drawing she's made, and the little stick figure face in the painting smiles upon seeing it.
Oh.
As you leave the room, Ariel, making sure you can't see them, gives Yunuin a thumbs up on her good work.
They're being such a little rebel.
All right, Emily, so again, we have 16 children, so this isn't the last one,
Yeah.
but of the ones we will see, how do we recover the final child?
There's an iron candelabra. Little waving, flickery hands. It's like Lumiere.
Oh, a little Lumiere. Luz! That's you!
Ariel is the one who spots this child. They pick it up, look at the candelabra inquisitively, and the fake smile they've been putting on wavers a second. Actually, it turns into a full frown outside of Kike's view, plasters right back on as soon as he's within shot, and they'll hand the candelabra to Kike technically, but they'll be like, here, Tio, Lionel, specifically.
Kike will actually smile at that, like, I see what you're doing. Oh yeah, this is more like them now. Like, he's happy about it.
So you do not, this is a bad way to say it, you do not want for children.
You do not want.
And we'll say Kike raised a lot of kids, but I think it is fair to say that 16 in addition to Sochi, that's probably enough.
So I saved all of my kids.
You have saved all of...
Like kids that Kike considers family,
Yeah.
like, that Irene is getting close to that point, like Kike would eventually consider Irene that too. Like they're not necessarily all his direct children.
You have recovered... No, you've got... It just feels like one of them is missing. You can't put a name to it.
I know. I see what you're saying. It's Juniper.
But then you hear a familiar voice echoing from the foyer of the hotel.
I would be happy to be an apprenticed alchemist, chemist-ist person.
Oh, I think there's one. There's one more. Let's go over here. Well, actually,
Let's
I'm
go!
not even gonna know. Wait, I'm the one in charge of this. You're only the spare head over here.
Lionel was going the wrong direction
moving.
before you redirect the body.
Get your own body.
You follow the voice, and eventually you see by the open door a Faneko,
A Faneko.
which rattles its tail and the girl's voice emanates from it.
Mr. Kike, help!
I got it. The child is trapped in that thing.
Oh,
Let's go
that's
get it,
that thing.
Kike. Lionel will charge after the Feneko.
Oh. Wait, are the ones that aren't in our pockets? Are the others following? Ariel, are you getting Yuna? Yes, I guess we're moving. I guess this guy's stopping.
You can either roll to catch the Feneko, or you can just automatically fail.
I want to roll to catch the finale.
Always roll.
Always roll when in
You
doubt.
can either fail or you'll have a chance. Which one do you want?
Well, so fail means it's not a massive bad thing.
Okay, fair enough.
She just doesn't do it.
I got a 17.
All right, you lunge. Lionel is not going to catch this Feneko, but how do you wrest control of your body back?
I think just like the pure anger of Lionel being like
Powered by spite.
just like picturing him about to punch Lionel and using that energy to lunge at the Feneko.
You race at this thing, which as you get closer, the familiar voice turns into as many threatening things as this thing can echo through its rattlesnake tail. So like growling, hissing, an actual rattlesnake sound.
Lizzie, we're not going to hurt you. You just made a sound of a kid, and I just want to know where you saw that kid.
Let's get it, Kike!
No! Not again.
You entangle yourself with this thing, which continues making the threatening sounds, because I'm going to say it ends up on top of you,
Oh yeah.
staring down at you.
Listen, we don't want any misunderstandings here. You just made a noise of a kid. I'm looking for a kid, and I think you might have heard it or something that made you get that voice of hers.
As you speak, the Feneko's ears turn towards you. It stares, and then perks up straight in a lot friendlier of a pose, and the tail behind it pipes up and shakes again, and you hear a familiar voice say, "Now, if by chance you happen to find Yayo, you'll be able to recognize him from the fact that he feels the need to negotiate with anything. The man could face a wave and think he could talk it down."
You know, that was not the voice I was expecting to come now, or that phrase. I'm not gonna say that's wrong, but also, I guess now I'm looking for two people that you have encountered. If they're together, that would be best, but if not, I would like to know where.
The Feneko jumps off, rattles its tail, and does a friendly dog bark before running off down what you can now see is a road made out of water.
Interesting. Well, I'm assuming that you don't have any swimming skills, Lionel. Like anything useful for once.
I'll have you know, Kike, that I can hold my breath underwater.
I mean, we need to hold our breath underwater. We're both like skeletons, you know? There's even, cinematic scenes of skeletons walking underwater without any...
I don't know what you're talking about, Primo. He says, trying to walk away from you, but because of that, he is just walking with you down the river.
Wait!
When Lionel steps forward, you think, looking at how thin this water is, that you're just going to fall straight through. But the first solid step, it isn't like he's walking on water, but it feels like you're walking on a solid surface with just an inch of water on top of it.
Okay, alright. He's gonna motion towards Ariel and Yuna and be like, this is how we go back. This is the place to keep going.
And a quack, quack, or, I could do like quack, quack, or I could go quack, quack. I can make the sounds.
I like the sound, I think.
You like the sound?
Yeah, I like the sound. I think that's really unique. I think that'll add a lot to your music. Yeah, you got it.
Jam's voice is so loud it should be blasting out your eardrums, but your ears are fine. Shoulder, still recovering a bit.
Healing powers are lame.
As the two of you are walking on a road very similar to the one I just described for Kike. For quite a considerable while now, you have been walking in what feels like a dense, lightish blue-gray fog.
No changes have been happening as we walk. Like, does it seem like we're walking in the same, like in circles?
I think it depends on how impatient Sparky is, because there are no clear distinguishing features, so it does in some ways feel almost like an abyss.
Sparky's gonna call out something to see how loud it echoes. She doesn't know how she's going to measure what space that she is in, but she'll go like, hello? Hey.
Instead of echoing, it feels like your voice is just sucked in.
Oh.
Like there's nothing around you to echo.
Well, I didn't expect that. I'm not sure what that means. Jam, you don't see any, like, landmarks or anything, do you?
Jam doesn't hear it first, but they'll register it as you've had to do multiple times, grab him and pull him back.
Or like the scruff of his neck or something.
Yeah, because they've been just singing to themselves and almost fallen off the path again.
Jam, focus.
Well, oh, right, on the not hell, right?
Yeah, on the not hell. You can write, I want you to write your quack song, I really do, but you can't until we're out of the not hell. So can you be here for like just a couple of minutes?
Okay. Yeah, I can be here. Where is here?
I don't know. But you don't see anything, do you? I mean, I'm not just missing something because like maybe angel eyes are bad. I don't know.
Okay, well, I see, let's see. I see a saxophone and a microphone.
Uh-huh.
And that one looks like the face of my father.
Okay, what?
You notice Jam is making images out of the little clouds in the fog.
Okay, these are really good and I'm really proud of you, but they don't help. I guess we just keep moving forward. So Sparky jumped in here. She had that feeling that she was just going to get hurt again, right?
Yeah.
Sparky's trying to pick up on that feeling again. Any kind of like, instinctual feeling she gets on this road.
So, the mechanics for School Days, which is what we played for your session, even though it was basically edited out, are you roll a 1d6.
Okay.
If it's a 5+, you narrate what happens. If it's a 4 or less, I narrate what happens.
Okay.
And then there are other things to give you benefits. So just roll me a flat 1d6.
Bada bing, bada boom. I got a 4.
All right. You don't feel the hurt, but something feels wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Something in just the crux of your soul feels unnatural. It feels like something is almost pulling away at your life. And as you look around, you can see what you hadn't noticed previously, some of those golden pipes heading off in a certain direction from the river path.
The pipes remind me. They're like warp pipes.
No, they're just tubes.
They're just tubes, but there
They're
were
just
like
tubes.
Necromon in the tubes back in the classroom, right?
Yeah, but they're not like warp pipe size.
Okay, I wanted to jump in one. Okay, never mind.
Okay, you know what? I'll let you say, because they're like
Yay!
oil tubes.
Yeah, I want to just
But you are gonna have to open one.
I'm gonna wrench it open and be like, I think we should go down this pipe. Jam, you with me? I think we should go down this pipe.
Oh yeah! And roll me a.
I think that's a winning idea.
All right, roll me a 1d6 to
I got a 1. I got a 1 on my d6 to go in the pipe. I want to go in the pipe.
Boom! You better pray that angels can heal, because you are sore all over. You feel worse in death than you ever felt in life.
Fuck. Okay, that didn't work.
No, you are. The sound happens as you travel through the pipes.
Yay! I thought it was
So
just...
it's boom! And eventually you slam against the end of a pipe And a couple of seconds later, boom! As you're like recovering from the soreness, Jam slams into you on your other side.
Oh shit. Jam, if you had healing powers, how would you try activating them?
Wait, who is that?
Like, let's say hypothetically.
Is that
It's me. What?
what?
I'm right here.
Are you my conscience?
What? What are you doing? I'm snapping in Jam's face.
Can you turn invisible?
Just like, oops, angel power.
Yeah, so as you snap, you come back into the very shiny flesh. And Jam's like, oh, when'd you get here?
Well, I've been here the whole time, but isn't that interesting? I may not have healing powers,
I need you to roll 1d6.
which would be better, but I guess this is fine too.
Actually, I need you to roll twice since you snapped twice.
4 was the first roll,
Okay.
and 5 was the second.
Okay. Do you have a goal when you're snapping?
No, I'm just experimenting. This is new.
Okay. So the first time you snap, if we could see the outside of a pipe, we just see as you just cause a massive explosion inside of there with your first snap. What do you do with your second snap?
With my second snap,
You set off car alarms.
it's just random car alarms. I'd like to get out of the pipe. Am I still in the pipe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to just boop, I'm out of the pipe with Jam.
In that case, let's reverse it. I like Emily's joke. So you do it and just the pipe like swarps open for you to fall out.
Swarp.
And as you hit the ground, you can just hear car alarms. Don't even know how cars
I
are
don't know,
here.
like where there are cars. Don't care. I've set off a fair amount of car alarms in my time. This is nothing new.
When you hit the ground, you hit a grated golden floor.
Interesting. I kick it a little bit.
It bends because gold is a very weak metal.
Gold is not a good.
Gold is a very shit metal.
So this is not that sturdy, but that's fine. I've got wings and a whole bunch of other shit that I can do. So I'd like to peer down into the grate. Do I see anything on the other side?
It looks like what someone who has never worked or really done research on an oil rig, would think the inside of an oil rig looks like.
It's just a classic oil rig.
Yeah, you can see a bunch of machinery, mechanics. There seem to be these little robots going back and forth,
Okay.
working on the panels in a very droning attitude. I'm gonna say they even say things imitating employees, so like, Mondays, am I right? Mondays, am I right?
Oh god.
One of them says, even though not a single other robot is next to it.
Okay.
In between all of those, you see more of those golden tubes,
Yeah.
where in some of them are full Necromon, some are Necromon in that wispy kind of line-filled shape, and then some are just pure, bright blue magic.
Okay. Can I like remove the grate and then jump down into oil rig land / fly down because I have wings?
Roll me a 1d6.
A 1d6. Here I go. I got a 5.
Okay.
So what are the consequences to Kike while this is happening?
What do you mean?
Is he just not going to be able to roll any numbers without dying?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Oh, Emily, no!
I rolled like 4 times.
Emily!
I thought you were keeping track!
Sparky has rolled, what, like 5 times?
Yeah. 4 or 5.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are up to 8, by the way.
Emily, no!
I'm
Emily.
so sorry.
No.
This wasn't what I wanted.
With that last successful roll, I'd like to peacefully and competently glide down into the oil rig land.
Kike, you've been walking on this road for a pretty long while, following this Fineko, which has been very diligently walking forward. But it suddenly stops for a second, picks up its ears, looks to the left, and you can hear the faint echo of a young person's voice going, "Oh yeah!"
I guess that is the way to go. Do I recognize this as potentially Jam? Because I think that's Jam.
Jam? Ariel, who has been doing like the, fake smile, working on it, like really gotta make myself look beautiful kind of vibes, face just drops in like a, oh shit, jam, and they book it in the direction that the Feneko is facing.
Yes, Kik is gonna just be really happy at Ariel kind of become more like themselves. Like, yeah, okay.
You have a crisis, kid. You have a crisis.
You have a crisis. You're accepting that you have a crisis. Like, you already had one, but now you're accepting you have it. Let's go. And he's gonna run after them.
All right.
Which I've just assumed this whole time that Yunwen is like piggybacking on Ariel.
She's having fun.
I love that. Yeah, she takes her forearm cane and points it forward.
Onward!
Yeah.
She's been doing that while just taking different animal forms.
Yes! Animorphs, Yunwen. I am so happy.
Animal specifically, so not Necromon, taking different animal forms.
Yes!
So you see, we'll just go to a little fox is pointing the way. Because she really likes the Feneko, but she can't nail it because a Feneko is a Necromon.
Oh,
So we'll say she's a tiny little Fennec fox too.
Oh, Fennec.
yes, that's so good.
And then I'm assuming you follow?
Yes, it is. I am following it.
Kike, the direction is that way. That's the way it's going. Where are we? Oh!
That's where I'm going.
As you run off the path, suddenly the fog disperses. You notice that your walkway is not the only one. I don't know if you take it in. We'll say Lionel's distracted. And fuck it. We're gonna say that what he sees, you see.
Oh, okay.
To add to the hell.
Oh no, that's like a headache. I hate
You
that.
can hear each other's thoughts, Kike.
No.
A lot of his thoughts are just da 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 da.
He's trying to do some meditation, trying to block these fucking obnoxious.
Hanging out with my best friend, Kike. Hanging out with my best friend, Kike. Isn't this fun? I bet he's having just as much fun as me.
No.
Yeah, because he does not detect your thoughts at all, even though he technically can hear them. So around you, there are multiple other rivers going every which way, all of them leaving from almost what looks like clouds. These foggy light blue, light gray areas. Some of them you can tell you get a little bit of activity, so like one cloud seems to have a consistent amount of lightning coming from it, as if whatever world it hides is always raining. Another one just it's just emanating. Actually, the cloud itself is like boom, 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 is pulsing like a heart.
Kike is hoping that that's not where the voice came from, because that sounds like an even extra.
Faint EDM plays and lights are just shooting out. That layer of the Afterworlds is like the annoying next door neighbor who's like a floor above or below you.
So that's Lionel's layer,
The layers can't do it, but if they could, the cloud directly beneath it would just be poking up with like a broom. Actually, no, there is a giant that emerges from the cloud underneath and takes a giant broom and just bangs on the underside of the cloud.
I love it.
All of these worlds with multiple paths in and out, a network of not only rivers but lakes, all extending downwards into abyss you cannot see the bottom of, and upwards further than you can make out. That's what Lionel sees. Kike's more on a mission. So Kike, you see Ariel running across a lake where multiple rivers converge. And in the center, there is a giant, basically what looks like an oil rig, emerge with numerous pipes extending out to these various rivers connected to the lake. And instead of fire coming out of the top, it is fire, but it's like that light blue fire. But what would be noticeable to most people, but especially you, is the entire thing is made out of gold.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Midas at it again.
Midas?
Lionel, you're not supposed to be eavesdropping when somebody is
Directly next to you.
mumbling my theories about things, so I'm gonna inspect the lake and everything. Like, can Jam be heard in this particular lake?
You can't hear Jam, but you see Ariel has crossed the lake and is climbing a ladder towards basically the upper area of the oil rig to go inside, and you can feel trouble.
Okay. Well, I trust my kid, so
Aww.
DK is gonna follow them up the ladder.
Kike, I need you to either accept a failure or roll a 1d20. And the number is now 8.
I don't think this is fair because you were the one who forgot until I said something.
You're just trying to allay your own guilt.
I mean, yeah.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. It is up to 9, but you are safe. Kike, as you make your way into the, massive oil rig golden thing, you see this thing descending from the heavens. Bright, and you can hear Lionel be like, "It's beautiful, it's a sign from above, it's just Sparky."
It's a bird, it's a plane.
It's a Sparky!
Sparky, you hit the ground, and in front of you, "Hello, I don't believe we've met before. My name's Lionel." Kiki's hand reaches out to you.
No, Sparky, I can't. Well, I was gonna say I can't explain, but I actually. Wait, why are you all.
No, you first.
Oh yeah, she wasn't doing a handshake? She must be more of a hugger. Come on in.
Of all of the things that I thought you would become in this world, an angel was not really my first
I know, right?
choice.
I am just full of surprises. As are you. Who's your new friend? Who's your new best friend?
Nobody, because he's not my friend.
Please, we have been best friends ever since
No, he's
we
just,
were wee little skeletons. Well, we were humans at the time, but...
Oh, Kike, I didn't know about that. That's so nice. You have a childhood friend.
No, you know that, like, everybody has a family member that's like, just there, and then you're like, oh boy, is this one again? And like, you usually say it not to their face.
And then you're joined at the hip, and he's like your second head. Yeah.
No.
This is so
Sparky.
sweet.
Yeah. Oh boy, he's here again. Yeah.
Kike, as an angel, I am an expert on heartwarming matters, and this is one of those.
I don't think you know what an angel can do.
I sure don't, but watch. You just start snapping.
All right, roll 6 times. You snap 6 times.
Holly, no.
A 6.
2, 3, 4.
You're gonna make me die.
A 5. A 5. A 5. A 5.
Why do you keep rolling 5s?
A 5.
How?
I think that was 6, right? I got 1 6 and 5 5s.
So you can do 6 things.
I can do 6 things. I'd like to turn invisible. I'd like to briefly blind both of them. Oh God.
You could heal yourself.
No, it's funnier if I never get that.
You can like slowly levitate, but only like a centimeter off the
Yeah,
ground.
like I'm not using my wings. I'm just slowly levitating.
Yeah.
I become a biblical angel for a split fucking second. It's awful.
Ah!
For some reason, my hands light on fire for a hot second.
For a hot second.
And then,
You finally write the novel that you've been meaning to
it
write.
just like apparates out of nowhere.
I'm trying to think of some of the weirder ones.
Right?
Languages.
What are some of the weird things? Oh, couldn't he like do something with like radio waves or like control electric devices or some shit like that?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the car alarms.
Oh, maybe the lights flicker. There's a power outage for 2 seconds and then it all comes back.
I like that. So Sparky disappears. All of you get blinded. Then when she reappears, she is levitating a centimeter off the ground, but has so many more eyes, arms, and wings. She screams, "Be not afraid." Then lights on fire, but that just turns into her hand, and finally all the lights go out.
And yet I still can't heal myself.
This is why I hate angels.
And at that moment, the lights go back on. And somehow, just underneath Sparky's feet is a giant golden robot holding an umbrella, fallen on the ground. And underneath, you can hear the faint sounds of a 13-year-old groaning. The world disappears, and we can only see colorful lines of light surrounding a young girl, Juniper Breeze. She grabs her yellow ball cap, turns it to the side, and throws it off, allowing her beautiful curly hair to spill out into tightly coiled curls ascending into the sky. The long wooden bird next to her legs merge together into a staff, which she twirls around and flips into the air, causing the floating crown to pop above her own head. A light goes around her glasses, which turn into large goggles with owl wings and a golden trim. The camera in this hypothetical, as she turns around during this magical girl transformation, the camera goes down and her skeelies pop out into full skis, which she does a little bit of a ice skating figure eight, and a trail of green light follows where her skeelies went. Finally, to finish her transformation to butterscotch, Juniper Breeze jumps into the air, lifts her staff, and her skirt extends into a long golden dress that ties at the waist like a candy wrapper with matching gloves. Irene, you have a massive fucking headache after all that.
You know how you have the frowny face emoji, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the one that's the mouth is more upset.
Yeah, I think so.
It's the bigger frown.
Yeah.
That's Irene's face. Irene is displeased.
Cannot see why.
In any other situation, she would be so dazzled and so excited. But she's had a day, and, Juniper could have brought this up at any point. They've been rivals for so long.
She's got a point.
Stop, villain! This is what you get for dealing with two heroes, sweet as sugar. She points off, and then she looks back at you and says, I like to do, getting kind of sheepish and blushing. I like to do sweet puns.
I have a bitter soul. Irene does not smile.
Having absolutely none of this. Just no.
Well, like any good fusion we are, and she sweeps around and grabs you by the shoulder. Sweet and sour! Go, EO!
Oi!
Juniper throws out a card, and a small, nervous roadrunner with its wings tucked behind its head charges at the robot.
I think Irene is mad, but not to be outdone, she does swing her arm around to signal her Necromon. And I think she's going to just unleash everyone. Why not?
Tylenoid! Boidle Rat is gonna charge off to play, chasing after the EO at first, but eventually redirecting when Irene points.
Malaya is all ready to smash.
So you are doing Girl Underground, which, to put simply, is a 2d6 system. So now we've introduced all of them. Ari is the 1d20, Sparky is the 1d6, and then Emily's is the closest, just flat 2d6, same as Under the Neighborhood. I'm gonna roll for Release the Beast as Boidle Rat just fucking charges, which does add a roll onto PKs.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fail. So, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then she gets distracted and goes back to chasing EO.
Amazing.
I wanna do center of attention.
Okay.
I wanna draw attention away from the girl. So I just wanna challenge this robot into a combat with me, the giant Malaya.
All right, roll me a 2d6.
At 2d6. I rolled an 8.
Okay, how do you get the attention of this thing?
You know, I'm big. I think I just like do like an intimidation like growl like
You hear through the robots, the crackly like over a radio, the voice of the monster going, You unintentionally scare the Mossy, which has enough power over this thing that it runs through the end of the cave, just running on what looks to be this river.
Oh no! Malaya will apologize to Irene. And then try to run towards it.
At hearing the distressed sound from the Mossy, I would like to refuse to mind my manners.
Okay, what manner are you refusing to mind?
Young ladies must never ask for help.
Okay.
So Juniper is skating, right?
Yeah, but she's like floating through the air.
Yeah.
She can fly skate.
Why speed?
Juniper, speed me up. Irene is going to put aside her pride. And she's going to ask Juniper to help her go faster because she can't run very fast.
Juniper is like just so fucking happy. Roll me a 2d6.
In honor of the fact that every time we roll, it affects Kike, we're going to use the...
We're going to go out of numbers.
Skull dice.
Yeah, we're at we're at 17 right now.
A 5 and a 2. So that's a 7.
Okay. Juniper is just sitting there. She slaps her cheeks together and she whispers to herself, I've never wanted anything more. All right, be still. And you realize too late, Irene, as the lines of light start to surround you and the world goes away, you're stuck in a magical girl transformation. I want everyone to describe one detail of Irene's magical girl transformation.
Okay,
I'm gonna say her face is really pouty, so it really matches the like sweet and sour vibes.
Oh man. This is cheating. This is cheating so hard. But I think it's really funny if Irene's sensible, dour old lady shoes remain exactly the same. They are still the little, like, buckle Nancy Drew shoes.
Even though she wanted to go faster.
Yes, there's something else that makes her go fast, but I don't know what it is unless her shoes become little, like, espresso beans. Because the whole vibe for Irene is just, like, one very mad espresso bean. Just one. And, you know, espresso has caffeine, so it makes you go fast.
Bitter black coffee like my soul.
Yeah, exactly. It's all coming together.
Maybe like can she get like a magical girl dress, but can the print be just like a bunch of like angry, I don't know, not insults, but like text that's all like, this is terrible. Like it looks like stripes, but really if you look closely, it's just a bunch of text that reflects.
And the words go across the screen in the back as that alteration happens.
Yeah.
All right, Emily, what's the final aspect of your...
Oh my gosh, wait. So Juniper has her skis, right?
Yeah.
Can Irene have a snowboard leaf?
Wait, that's so good. That's so good.
I'm going to say you do not like pose or anything. You're just standing there, stiff.
I feel like Irene doesn't even notice as she is panting, trying to run.
She's so cool. We're gonna flash forward a bit because I wanna get us all together. And yeah, Kike is now at 17. So
are there like two little old lady shoes sticking out from underneath the statue like the Wicked Witch of the East?
So, Irene, I'm gonna say you keep pace pretty well. You are catching up, even as the cave turns from a cave into this weird foggy abyss. Your Mon are... they're struggling. Malaya's doing pretty well keeping up with you, but I'm gonna say the rest are... the rest are magically floated behind you.
Yes.
Juniper can't keep pace. You are going so fast. You are gonna feel this. You're gonna feel this a lot.
I feel like Irene is already feeling this.
Yeah,
And
probably.
so this is just gonna be quite bad.
But suddenly there's a blinding light that causes you to trip. It feels like there's just flames all around you. Your temperature regulation is out of whack. And finally, all the lights disappear. And you can only feel as you stumble on your own feet, knock into the back of this robot, which tips over and falls on top of everything except for your little witch feet.
Your little witch feet.
Is the Mossy still in there?
You know, it's hard to tell because it's right on top of
Yeah.
you and you are very crushed.
Mhm.
Actually, no, we'll say you can see the Mossy. It's very happy to see you, but it's very dizzy
Oh.
because your nose is just pressing like to the side because you're so close to it against the little glass thing that the Mossy is in.
It's so happy, just like nuzzling up against the glass, thinking it's against her face.
Trying so hard.
The armor cracks and the Mossy just falls out and goes into a little pocket in your magical girl dress and falls asleep immediately.
Irene is not asleep.
Som!
She is just stuck.
Som!
So right now Irene is like under the like.
Yeah.
You're just seeing her little old lady shoes.
I recognize those shoes.
I recognize that voice, Sparky. Help me.
Yeah. And then. Do angels have super strength? I guess we'll find out.
All right, roll me 1D. 1D6.
2.
That means Kike has to pick up the slack. Kike, roll me a 1D20.
No, but like, what is the number now? Is it like a nat 20 now? Like,
It's 18. You have to get 19 or 20.
oh no, I rolled a 6. It's all your fault, Sparky.
It kind of is, but I'm not sorry.
All right, so the tracker goes back to 1.
Okay.
That's good.
At least there's that.
Yay!
Do you just like get it far enough off to where it hurts again as
It
you
hurts
drop
more.
it back on Irene?
I don't want to hurt Irene, so what I'm going to say
Onto this poor child.
is, Sparky, you snap and you flip it over with such strength that it immediately falls on Kike.
Ah!
Well, look at that. I do have super strength.
Ugh.
Kike, did you see that?
I felt it. I'm glad. Can you take this thing you grabbed away from on top of me?
Well, since I have super strength, I bet I can. I have not snapped again, so I still have it, presumably. So,
Okay,
yoink.
you flip it over.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And Kike, you feel rejuvenated.
Oh, interesting.
You can't hear that annoying voice in your head anymore.
Oh my god, is that how he dislodged?
You're welcome.
Sparky, you're my new bestest friend. Oh, Sparky. Oh, and he's just gonna
You
like,
can't hear Lionel's internal sobbing.
he's gonna like try to hug Sparky without thinking. Oh, Sparky, thank you. You have no idea how much I've suffered this past.
Kike, how hard can you get concussions when you're a skeleton? How hard did I hit you?
I don't know, actually. I've never been hit that hard with anything. Maybe I have a concussion.
I definitely don't have a
I'm very strong. Okay, Irene, sweetheart, honey, what's how many fingers am I holding up? She's holding out all of them. They're just
I was like that we couldn't see your fingers on the camera.
like
12?
close enough. That's close, right, Kike?
Yeah. Well, actually, I like to say that Kike was holding 2 fingers up.
2 fingers in the background. Sparky just didn't notice. Okay. You know what would be really handy right now? Healing powers. And I snap because I think that's how it works.
Okay, roll me a 1d6.
Kike will look in horror as Sparky's about to snap with her fingers again.
5. My favorite number.
Why do you keep rolling 5s?
I don't know.
Is she swapping out, or does she now just have all these powers layering on top of each other?
I have no idea.
Eventually, she's going to be God.
That's what Sparky's always wanted. The new power that I unlock is
Jedi mind tricks.
just that one. I don't know how Jedi mind tricks like physically manifest, but I have them now.
Irene, you feel a lot better.
Oh no.
You are not a lot better, but you feel a lot better.
You're welcome.
Sparky says I'm fine, so I'm definitely fine.
Yeah.
It's the placebo effect.
This is called adrenaline.
Yeah.
Everyone else can hear your knees crack as you get up.
No.
Your crooked knees.
No, poor Irene.
Okay. So you're she got the fingers close enough. I'm looking at Kike, silently asking for someone wiser than I to appraise the situation.
I realized now that 2 of the fingers I thought you were holding up were actually your eyes.
Well, that is not a
Fingers and eyes, they're the same, you know.
That is you had 12 eyes at some point. So
I did have 12 eyes at one point.
I guess she isn't wrong. She didn't see that. I think we should keep an eye on her.
We should keep 12 eyes on her?
Maybe, but not. That form is extremely terrifying, Sparky.
Yeah, no one wants to see it, including me. That's fine. That's fine.
So Kike is just gonna begrudgingly look for Lionel's head.
Normal thing to do.
Wow, this feels kind of tingly.
Lionel's voice crackles into a radio, and you hear grating of metal as the robot that had the Mossy slams one fist into the ground and then the other slowly. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like
Oh no.
give it a big hug.
Oh no.
Did you think I was gonna make your failure result in something good for you, Ari? Did you really think I would be so kind? The robot turns around, having fully latched itself onto Lionel's skull, which is in the little spot where the Mossy was. And it's gonna go to give Kike a hug.
Oh no.
That's so brilliant, though. That's such a brilliant move.
I think we should run again.
Welcome to the announcement break for Journey to the Afterworlds Part 4. Our theme song for this episode is Liquid Nights and Disco Lights by Miracle of Sound. You can find that in the description. And down there, you can also find the rule books for Girl Underground, School Days, and Dread. And to that person who gave the very thoughtful feedback that Necromon fights were confusing because we were using 2 different role-playing games in the same episode, I'm not sorry. I probably won't do it again, but I'm not sorry for this episode. Our call to action for this episode is to tell the show about your friend. Numbers have been, I'll be just honest, numbers have been dipping lately, in part because I've been very inconsistent at releasing. But the most common way someone starts a new podcast is by getting it recommended from someone else. So find your favorite episode and text it to a friend. My personal recommendation is The Lich's Shadow Part 1. I think that's a very good opening to the podcast. Probably not this episode, although I think it's good. It's just, I cannot imagine showing this to someone new. That's all I got for you this week. Our next episode will start a new adventure. But if you'd like additional podcasts, short stories, or behind-the-scenes insights, you can find them at patreon.com/questfriends. I'll see you there.
Wait. You don't want to hug Kike.
Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Oh, Sparky, that's not how those work.
All right. Well, I thought it might.
And now, Ari, you have to roll to survive this hug.
Oh no. It reset, right?
It resets, so now it's at 2, because we
Okay.
did roll once since then.
18.
Okay, yeah. He goes into hug, and you just swoop down. You've dodged hugs from Lionel before, even if he's weirdly kind of possessed by this thing.
He has a tail. Okay. All right. Listen, just stay there, you think. You can leave in that robot now. You look great there. Yeah, just, there's plenty of things to hug in this world.
Lionel, no hug?
Not cock Kike.
No. No hug!
Oh, wait.
This thing takes in the juices of Lionel again. Takes in the, brain juices. No hug from Key? From Kike! You dare return! Accessing Lionel saying Kike, this thing gets fucking pissed, and it is going to it's gonna actually break one of the golden pipes, and it's gonna swing it at Kike.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no. Do I roll to avoid that?
Yeah, you have to roll unless someone's gonna help you.
Ooh. Wait.
You gotta get a 4 or higher.
I rolled a 2. No, please.
Kike, it's going to knock your head clean off.
No!
And it kind of just ping-pongs somewhere in the back before grabbing your skeleton and starting to, climb the inside of this like it's fucking King Kong.
I hate it.
Sparky, grab me! But carefully!
Which you? The head that just got knocked off, or the...
Yes, the head! I don't know. Well, if you can grab the body, that would be even better.
So I was going for the body.
Go for the body! Go for the body!
Okay.
I'm fine here.
Malaya! Go!
Wow!
Catch that robot!
Liam!
Oh, this is a much better plan.
He's so ready.
All right, roll me a 2d6, Malaya.
The bad part is that he might not be as careful with Kike's body. He just wants to fight this thing.
I mean, it is what it is.
Let's go. Roll. I rolled a 4.
So, Malaya, how are you gonna charge this thing? What's your plan here?
My plan is to try and do some parkour to intercept this robot as it's climbing King Kong style.
Malaya tries to jump on a pipe, and it just breaks, and the liquid starts oozing onto the floor, and then he tries with another one, and it also breaks. So now pipes are just breaking, and we're gonna say it's like when there's water rising. It's like that, but now with this kind of Necromon magic ooze.
I don't like that.
I know, I previously, I don't think it was to you, but I said that we can breathe underwater, and we technically can, but I still don't want to be under it.
Also, I didn't specify your head is upside down.
Oh, great.
I was wondering if I could have Boidle Rat fetch Kike's head.
Oh my god.
Talanoib! We're gonna do as you wish. You didn't know this, but Boidle Rat is a trash element.
Oh, no.
So she's scared of water.
Oh, no.
Boidle Rat jumps and covers your eyes
Oh, the baby.
as she's trying to hide from the water.
The baby.
Mossies,
Please,
go fetch. I know you don't like fetch.
Please,
Please. As she tries to pry Boidle Rat off of her face.
You're struggling with that, but the Mossies rolled a 9, so they're gonna they're gonna form a little floating life raft around Kike, and since it was a mixed success,
Oh, no.
because Kike can't grab onto them, they are gonna just all bite into the sides of his skull so he can float up with them.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is extremely uncomfortable.
I apologize, detective. I am doing my best.
She says underneath a boil.
This is fine, detective.
Alright, I'm gonna say, Kike, now that you are on them, you are close enough that you can, with considerable difficulty, at least kind of sense what your body is.
Okay.
So anytime you roll to do anything with your body, it's gonna be 2 rather than 1.
Yeah.
But you can do things. That's gonna be the benefit of that. And you can see It's using the fist with your skeleton in it to bash a hole in the roof so it can climb outside.
Oh.
Sparky Malarkey, can't you fly? You are an angel.
I do want Sparky to fly and be the backup since Malaya technically didn't
Do anything.
succeed in getting the body. I'm up. Sparky's up. I want to just fly and then yoink it.
Do it.
All right, roll me a 1d6.
2. We're never getting Kike's body back.
God.
You know the goofy? That is Sparky as she says it, as she snaps, and she just fucking Team Rocket blasts off again.
Rocket!
Sparky!
With the little, like, glow thing in the background.
No.
This is going so poorly.
Oh.
Hallie used up all of her 5s and 6s
Yeah, I
on
used up all
6
of them.
snaps.
On my snaps. Okay, fuck it. Pokio's taking matters into their own hands. Pokio's gonna try to get the body by just scaling the building. Can I try using tongue-tied? And I'm just gonna try to shame Lionel Robot into, like, letting go of the body.
So this whole time, Pokio has been using their spines to climb up outside.
Yeah.
Gets up and then starts,
Just giving a stern talking to.
yeah, give me your talking to and then roll me a 2d6.
Oi cop, copawi, oi cop, copawi, oi cop, with the copawi.
Pokio, do not use that word.
Oi cop,
Roll me 2d6.
Pokio got a 3. They tried so valiantly, though. We're stuck, gang.
Doesn't Hallie get like any points for how many times she's tried stuff?
We're stuck, gang. How does my talking escalate the situation? I just piss him off more, probably.
No.
Because Pokio used a naughty word.
Upon seeing a Necromon, the other hand grabs you, Pokio, and golden tubes emerge from the finger, wrap around, latch into you, and start sucking out what feels like to be your life force. And the thing starts climbing faster.
Do I still have my board, my leaf?
Yeah, you still have your magical girl stuff.
Can I try to fly up?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? How are you standing strong in your convictions or refusing to mind your manners?
Well, one of my beliefs is the world is big and scary, but I think I'm actually gonna refuse to mind a different manner.
Okay, what's the manner?
Young ladies must never depend on someone else,
Okay.
and I would like to hold my hand out to pull Sparky Malarkey onto my leaf board.
Whee!
I can show you the
The
world.
world.
All right, so we'll say you get up, and Sparky, you can see her falling back down because remember, she yeeted herself into the sky.
Oh, I forgot she was in the sky.
I'm flailing.
Can I just like swoop in?
Yeah, if I can add the flavor, I'll say you grab Kike's skull in one hand and then go to grab Sparky.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna do this together, and I'm flying something I don't know how to fly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need Sparky to do something, so
Okay.
maybe something that she doesn't have to roll for.
Well, okay.
I think this would be a great situation for everyone to roll.
Because we're all a team. I was gonna say, I want to help stabilize and steer the board because Sparky's got her wings.
Roll me a 1d6 plus 1 because you're getting used to your wings.
Okay. I got a 5!
Aha!
Ah!
Yay!
Irene, you are stabilized. Kike, how are you gonna help?
I mean, I think if they're like close enough to the body or something, I can like try to have the body just like climb out of the fist.
All right, roll me 2d20. The first one has to be higher than 7. The second one has to be higher than 8.
Okay. 18 and 20.
Aha!
Oh! Look what happens when we work as a team.
And Irene, roll me to refuse to mind your manners with advantage, since both of the other ones succeeded.
8.
Okay.
Okay.
So describe the scene from Irene picking up Kike up to you doing your thing to help with the monster, and I will take over from there.
Irene scrambles up onto her little leaf snowboard. She's pried Boidle Rat off of her face, and Boidle Rat can be like clinging to her, like with her little claws, unhappy.
Just digging into Irene.
Little fur sticking up, if there's any fur. I don't know. I was picturing like a couple of little gross tufts. Surprisingly smoothly, she and Sparky are gonna they just have a moment of connection. They know what to do, and they grab each other's arms, and they're on their way. And then Kike's head is there, and we fly up to get the body.
So you go, Kike, you said you were going to reach out, right?
Yeah.
With your body?
Yeah.
It would be really cute if Irene and Sparky reached out and caught each other's arms, and then Irene and Sparky both reached out.
Oh, yeah.
And caught Kike's hands.
That would be cute.
That's so cute.
And there is a moment of tension as this thing tries to pull back Kike, just screaming, Kike! Kike! But eventually you slip out. But you rolled a mixed success. And so you falter. You all end up on the leaf, and you can see as this thing screaming starts bashing around it and hits the flame at the top of this oil rig thing. Energy starts to spark off, and you can tell this thing is about to blow.
Is Juniper just in there?
Technically, everyone's in there besides you.
Wait, besides me? I thought
Well,
we
besides
were all
you
on the
three.
leaf.
Besides you three. There is Jam, Ariel, Unwin. Lionel is technically not in there because he's in the...
I feel like instinctively I'm gonna try to swoop back down to the rest of the people in the...
But there's a hesitancy there. Instinctually, that's what you want to do, but you can't decide. You freeze in the face of danger. And as you waver, the leaf beneath you starts to shake, and the words start turning into regular lines again.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And with a blip, you return to regular Irene Hawthorne.
No!
And are powerless to do anything as you are covered by a light blue explosion. You hear the faint sounds of a library. A library, Irene, that you've been to multiple times for yourself. Kike has been to multiple times with his kids. And Sparky, to be frank, has probably been banned from.
I use it for Wi-Fi.
The Valley Public Library. It looks almost identical, although everything does have this bluish white tint. Even the giant papier-mâché tree in the primarily children's book section, which you find yourself looking at.
Well, I haven't seen this room in a while.
Where is everyone else?
They also get banned from the library?
Malaya, Pokio, Aussies,
Ariel,
Boidle Rat,
Jam?
Yuna.
Juniper.
You don't hear any of them respond. But as a wind brushes past all of you, you do hear that strange, familiar voice that had been coming from the Finecco.
What was I doing here? Why did I walk into the room? A book? Must be a book. Why did I need a book?
Some of the papier-mâché leaves fall off and float out into another section of the library, that voice carrying along with them.
Can I follow the leaves?
You follow the leaves, the voice getting louder as you do, and feeling ever more familiar, and eventually you see the leaves settle in front of a book that, unlike the rest that have the tint on them, is fully colored.
Can I reach out and touch the book?
You pull the book out of its shelves. It is an old book, very worn and very loved, called Babcha Anya's Revised Book of Practical Jokes and Clownery.
Does the book seem familiar to us at all?
Yes. It is even more on the tip of your tongue.
I've read this.
This seems familiar, but I don't know why.
A weird crinkling sound happens.
I don't think it was in anything of my novels that I...
And there's a little twitch of a piece of paper, almost like it had been dog-eared or something, near the spine.
Does this thing move?
Can I open the book?
I want to poke it.
You know how they say a picture's worth 1,000 words? Apparently a blank page is worth more. As soon as you open the book, you are overcome with a wave of memories, crashing against the shore. It's almost like all the moments of your life, of the past year of Irene's life, of the past year of Kike's life, and of a considerably longer portion of Sparky's life, 14 years exactly, were just rickety facades that are easily pushed aside by the waves. And in them, you remember. You remember chasing a young girl into Rasputin's cave, finding and being betrayed by a rival who refused to fight you, doing chemistry, solving crime. Sparky, you didn't notice you had a hole in your heart until now. At first, these memories, there's this bit of crackling, this distortion, but the wave of memories pushes it away until every moment with Hilda Miskiewicz returns to your memory. And you realize, probably just a moment too late, that you just opened up Booker.
One little eye stalk pokes up, twitches a little bit. The other little eye stalk pokes up. The little origami legs fold into being. There's a moment of silence. And then deafeningly, Recoup! And he launches himself at your face.
Sparky specifically, because she was the one who opened it.
He's kicking your face, and he's poking you with his little eye stalks. He's throwing a
Booker, hang on. It's okay.
Recoup! And then he turns to Kike.
No, wait.
And starts batting him with his little cover.
No, wait. It's okay. It's fine. I'm sorry.
Okay, Booker.
Recoup!
I'm sorry we forgot you.
Booker. He'll stay. Oh my god, he'll have a command. He'll have a command.
Can Irene just come up from behind him and grab him like a dog?
If anyone's gonna...
And hold him like
It's gonna be Irene.
facing away from her.
Yeah, as he keeps kicking.
And he's like kicking and struggling and making little angry.
He's trying to grab a knife, but there's nothing near him.
Yeah.
You know, I think this is really awkward for all of us. I don't really know why we forgot you or the other kid.
Recoup!
Where is she?
Recoup!
Booker, where's Hilda?
Recoup!
Booker, where's Hilda?
Recoup!
I don't understand you.
He is angry because we forgot a little girl.
I know. I honestly don't understand what happened.
Recoup!
Yeah, you have all the right to be angry.
Recoup!
I know, but I think that anger should be directed to whatever made us forget about you guys.
Recoup!
I've never seen you angry for a legitimate reason, Booker.
We would never have done it on purpose.
We could not have just not forgotten. It's not our fault. Recoup. We can't just remember because we want to remember. Recoup. He is not listening to me.
Kike is going to try to hug, but like in an actual nod to the face way, Booker.
That's so...
While saying, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna let Emily decide if that works.
I'm so sorry, Ari.
That's okay.
Irene loses control of Booker as he just...
Kike thinks he's having like just a tender horse girl moment.
Yeah, he relaxes just enough to get into the perfect position to try to poke his little eye stalks up Kike's nose.
No! Wait!
And then bat him over the head with his
No! Oh!
cover again.
I guess that was a bad idea. How do we calm down this thing?
you may just have to let him tire himself out.
You know, that's good. You can-
Racoob! Racoob!
I know. These are all valid points that I don't understand.
Racoob! 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 Racoob!
I know.
Racoob! Racoob!
You know,
Racoob! Racoob! Racoob!
we have no justification for this. I honestly have no idea. Do you know where Hilda is?
He goes quiet for a second.
Racoob!
Racoob. He flumps to the floor and goes like flat down, sort of a pouty, defeated way, with all his little legs splayed out.
Racoob! Racoob!
Booker, how long have you been here?
Racoob!
You don't know?
Racoob! Racoob!
Okay.
He's always been here, I'm afraid. Although, I have a feeling that's not the story you know, is it, Yayo?
What? Is Mateo actually in this room, or is he...
You turn over and you see, petting the Finecco, a man who looks his age, old and shaking. The only reason you're able to recognize him as Mateo is because of a long cane that he leans on with a key at the bottom made out of bone. The third eye on his forehead, and the wooden mask of his younger self on his hip.
Oh my god. What happened?
Mateo gives you a smile and says, I believe we have much to discuss.
Kike's just like, is having a hard time not just crumbling to the ground, like, all of his bones out of pure, like, stress and surprise and everything.
He's had a day.
He's had a day. He has a lot of things going on. He's just gonna approach him and I think just, like, hold his hand and, I don't know. Like, I think he can just, like, I don't know, like, there's just a lot going on. I don't know how he would, like, reply other than, like, approach him and hold his hand. And, like, if he could, like, tear up, he would, you know, and just, like, stare at him.
Seeing that Kike is having like a genuine moment, Sparky leans over to Irene and goes, "What the fuck is that?"
Wow, Lionel thinks I should make an EDM remix of this song I'm singing in my head about my BFF.
Yeah.
And then give it to him on a mixtape.
Yeah. That's what you do to your very best friends. And yet I still can't heal myself.
That's weird. I thought that was, like, Angel 101. Like, even, like, you know...
Right? You'd think I'd have some kind... You'd think I'd
Oh no,
have
I mean,
that.
I know you have it. Like, every angel, you know, that's like
What?
the first thing that they teach in, like,
What?
angel preparation classes.
There's an angel
I was
preparation
a
class?
substitute teacher for one of them.
What?
Eons ago, before I even moved to the here, I did that. Yeah, it was your substitute. They already knew how to do it, you know. But interesting that you. I mean, I guess you're just, you know, it's just your first day on the job as an angel, or the job, whatever this job is. So you know, you'll pick it up probably.
Probably. God damn it.
Eventually she's gonna be God.
That's what Sparky's always wanted.
I mean, Castiel was God was literal.
Yeah, that's
adoption.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's Cass.
Fight me, Lucifer. Like, fuck you.
Fight me, God's secret sister.
Oh God, I don't know why I forgot about this.
Sparky admits her love for Big J. Kellum goes to Super Hell.
But that's okay, because my band will go to Turbo Heaven. And that's all I want for my band.
Yes.